Drapery with myself, the Kaiju, and Darth Falcon.
Evil overlord of Airsoft.
Evil overlord, yes. I'm the Supreme Commander of the Valken Alliance, and he is the evil overlord of Valken Airsoft. So,
director, titles, whatever.
Yes. We got a fun show for you today. It's been very busy here recently at the beautiful Colorado Ranch.
Oh yeah.
Been shooting some video and stuff like that, and no references to what is behind us. You'll soon find out because we all know what you guys and gals like. But last week's winner, to start it off right, of the Valken Tactical ATS stock by Marins is Louis Panetto out of New Jersey. Congratulations, Louis. We will send you a message to get your shipping information and get that right out to you in either black or tan. And this week's giveaway, as you all know, if we can get up to 50 viewers, so mash the share button, share. Yes, get up to 50 viewers, we'll give away 2. This week is the Valken Tactical Red Dot with Weaver Cantilever mount. Cantilever.
The little quick thing that on-off, like you take it on and off with it.
Yes. And we would have a picture for you today, but Randy, strike one. Strike.
No.
Yeah, we're talking about you, Randy. Strike one. It's you're supposed to have it ready, but you did not. But we do have it, so get it up to 50 viewers. So hit that share button, and we will give away 2 of those bad boys today. So, moving on to our events update. Dun, dun, dun.
So, events this weekend and future coming events.
Yes, because we can... Oh, we should get a magic 8-ball.
That'd be kind of funny.
That'd be awesome.
We sit right here, like another co-host.
Yes.
When people ask a question on that chat, be like, not likely in the foreseeable future.
Yes, because I think we can expense that. I think our budget... I think we can afford that in our budget right now.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'll go down to...
Mystical paperweight.
Yes, I can go down to Big Lots. It'll be on sale. Got to use those Groupons. So, events coming up this weekend. First up, January 19th in the Midwest region. 14th LID Official and XFOG are hosting Op Red Eye at Kalamazoo Airsoft in Three Rivers, Michigan. This was a special... You had to register for this thing. They don't accept walk-ons. It's kind of like a lock-in. It's an overnight. That's why it's Red Eye. Ooh. Yes, so they're going to be having some fun stuff down there.
Plenty of Red Bull.
Yes.
On January 20th, in our Midwest region, Indy Paintball Battleground is hosting Airsoft Open Play in Greenwood, Indiana.
Yes, Hole in the Wall. Love those guys. They are always in here. Hey, look at that. Randy made up for it in the chat. You can see...
He found the red dot.
He found the red dot and shared it. Good job, Randy. Thank you. You're awesome. Yes, Kalamazoo Airsoft does have a sweet new facility. Thank you, A-Train from YouTube. It is no longer in Kalamazoo itself. It's in Three Rivers. So we wanted to make that clear. Hey, Brad. Thank you for joining. Brad was one of our previous winners from a previous week. We got Ryan Wilson from Airsoft C3 in the house.
But we only ever have Ryan or Rich. We never have them at the same time.
Yeah. Cross Tactical has got us on their big screen in the store, like huge. We're like, our faces are like this big to them right now. It is awesome.
It's always that big to me.
Always loved Ryan Brown and the support that Cross Tactical gives us. And we always got folks all over the globe. We got Ireland, we got Spain, Portugal, Hong Kong. Love that you guys are always in here. Our good friend Javier Franco from One Grunt's Opinion, he's in here too. Bobby Wolves, little celebrity status. I'm a little excited. I think I peed a little. Bobby's exciting. Love him. Hey, Dire Wolves representing in the house. Thanks for joining, guys. And Ian's like cantilever, cantaloupe, Cantaloupe. Good Lord, that's a melon.
5 times as fast.
I know, right?
Now, for future events.
Continuing on. Thank you. Next week, so excited. SHOT Show!
I'm not excited.
Come on, we leave it.
I am bringing, a team supply of hand sanitizer.
To SHOT Show.
Yeah, to SHOT Show.
SHOT Show.
An emergency. Because you got to get that. You get that down when you're a veteran of the SHOT Show. It's not the handshake. It's just kind of like the.
Yeah. It's the SHOT Show crowd.
Yeah. You got to.
At SHOT Show.
You got to do the bump. At SHOT Show.
SHOT Show.
And of course, you'll be able to find us at booth 33826, and we actually have a piece of the booth with us today.
Yes.
So we're getting into patches, and we will have Valken Alliance as well as some of our new Valken Morale patches. And nothing's ever free. So if you want to stop by the booth and pick up a patch, you need to bring a patch from your team, your store, or field, and you will trade it out. You will be able to leave a patch, and you will be able to take one patch. So you can't take them all. One patch. We have limited supplies, so you got to come get them, while they're there, because they're going to go fast. Because these are actually really cool.
Yeah,
so
they are.
Our team did a really awesome job of making up, and this is just round 1. We have a lot more in development right now.
I'm loving. Everyone fights, no one quits. That one's
One of my
awesome.
favorite movie quotes.
Again, it's got to be of your team.
Of your team, your store, your field.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if you have your own personal patch, that works too.
That works too.
That works too.
We can't be having you discarding any of your least favorite brands and stuff like that. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
We want to have our patch wall populated with your guys' patches. So
At SHOT Show.
Store. At SHOT Show.
SHOT Show! I love Nacho.
Oh, Lordy. So, January 27th, in our South region, 878 Airsoft is hosting Op Warlords in Waxahachie, Texas. And it is their 2-year anniversary event.
Yeah, good on Air 878. That's awesome. February 3rd and 4th, the following weekend in the southern region, Third Coast Airsoft is hosting Operation Bone Strike in Vicksburg, Mississippi, in the Dirty South.
And on the same weekend, February 3rd and 4th in the South, Overwatch Tactics is hosting Conquest of Avalon back in Waxahachie, Texas.
Oh, yeah. And if you happen to forget anything at that event, be sure to head on over to Airsoft Armory at the Conquest of Avalon event. Ask for Davis. He'll be able to hook you up with all your Valken needs. And February 9th through the 11th in the Pacific region, Lion Claw's Military Simulation Series is kicking off the 2018 season by hosting Op Devil Dog Winter Offensive at Camp Pendleton, California.
This is right down the road from our West Coast division.
Yes, it is.
So lots of cool stuff going on down there. And on February 17th in our Midwest region, Hole in the Wall Paintball is hosting Op Turquoise Ridge in Bangor, Minnesota.
Michigan.
Michigan.
Sorry,
all
guys.
These events in Michigan.
I know you got Hole in the Wall. I know you guys are watching just for fun. And February 18th, the following day, also in our Midwest region, Cobra Airsoft Legion is hosting Op Rhine River at Blast Camp in Hobart, Indiana, which is a World War II reenactment airsoft event.
I actually have a friend that makes latex foam rubber World War II trench shovels.
Oh wow!
For they use them as melee weapons. Yeah, I should have my buddy Seth over at Milson Labs. He makes some cool stuff. So, all right, February 23rd to the 25th in our South region, Centurion Milson is hosting Operation Charlie. Well, it's not Operation; it's just Charlie Mike.
Yeah,
in Blakely, Georgia. Bubba Moore. Bubba Moore.
He's doing some great stuff over there. Also, one of Bubba's friends is running up Veterans for Airsoft. Be sure to check that out on Facebook. Doing some good stuff over there. So be sure to give him a like over at Centurion Milsim and Veterans for Airsoft.
The other murder capital. The other murder capital.
On February 24th in the South region, Extreme Airsoft and Ironside Airsoft are hosting Frosty versus Silva in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And if you don't know who Frosty or Silva is, that means you've never been to an American Milsim event, and shame on you.
I bet nobody here in the chat knows what Silva's call sign used to be.
Big Liar?
Big Liar.
Big Liar.
Big Liar.
Big
I mean, they call
Liar.
him Big Silva because he's an old man and he looks like a silverback gorilla.
Silverback. Yes.
Silverback gorilla.
So, if you're just joining us, episode number 23 of the Valken Debrief in beautiful Colorado Ranch here with myself, the Kaiju, and Darth Valken. So, before we get on to our special guest, we've got a little video clip that comes straight from the head cam of our special guest, and we're going to let you watch that real quick, and we'll be right back.
Because he's not facing us.
Get the teammate, the teammate. Go, push.
They're in the building.
God damn it, Les!
Go!
Go, push!
Okay.
That was awesome, respecting minimum engagement distance. And I know some of you folks don't like the bang rule where you play or whatnot, but
you really shouldn't huddle up in a barrel. Fish in a barrel. That was pitiful.
They deserve
those
that
guys.
one.
They deserve that one.
You know, always 5 meters between you and your buddy so you both don't get, knocked out. But thank you. Don't forget to share, comment for our special guest coming in hot. TK 51316 reporting for duty. Miss Kaylee Diamond, call sign Lezztrooper. Welcome to the show.
What's up? How's it going?
Oh, yes. I had to throw in your TK ID there.
Of course, got to keep it classy.
Absolutely. So, you're in California, right?
Yeah, right here in LA.
How's the weather out there right now?
It's beautiful as always. I mean, can you ever complain about California weather? I feel like it's just the best every single
Except
day.
when it's like really, really hot.
Yeah, well,
You either
when you get that
complain-
desert heat.
Desert heat.
Does that white armor offer you any cooling, any sun protection? It
No.
reflects the sun. No, you
No.
bake
It's
in it
pretty
either
much
way.
like being encased in like a sardine can or something like that, where all the sweat it just gets contained inside of this plastic tube, and you just marinate in it.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty disgusting.
Does it fill up your stormtrooper boots? Those stylish black boots that Finn wears.
Oh yeah, gets all squishy every time I step. It's
Oh,
pretty horrific.
is it worse for the Death Troopers? Because they got that fancy black armor now.
Oh yeah, and the undersuit under there is almost like a foam rubber kind of mix, so it just becomes even more disgusting, especially with the first order TKs too.
Oh my goodness. So if you're just joining us, episode 23, we are here with Lezztrooper. If you got any questions for her, please put them down in the comments below, and don't forget to share the video, because next week from everybody that shares, their chance to win our red dot that we had showed up earlier. But if we can get up to 50 viewers here on the live show, then we're giveaway too. So please share. So shall we start off with airsoft related stuff?
Airsoft related.
I mean,
stuff.
we do talk about airsoft. I mean,
Yeah, but when you have a member of the 501st, of course you have to ask Star Wars related questions.
It is hard.
Pete,
It's hard.
I bet you
That's
people
right.
are like, 501st, is she in the military?
No. You
Far from
can't
it.
take that away from us nerds. You cannot take that away from us.
I mean, it's like the nerd army. I mean, that's pretty much like what it is.
Oh, one of my best boy nerds just joined in. Will Patterson.
Woo.
Gotta love Will. Will is somebody I aspire to be one day.
He is like graphic designer, wizard, master, artiste.
So, you want to start us off?
Okay. So, can you tell us about your first airsoft experience, Kaylee?
Oh man, that's taking it way back. So pretty much like I got my first airsoft gun when I was like, I would say probably about like 12 years old. So probably about like 17 years ago. And airsoft there wasn't really like fields or places to go or anything like that. So my first real experience was we took some airsoft guns in the backyard. We had like some gas pistols and some springers that we got like at the SWAT meet or something. And we just played in my backyard. And I had like quite a sizable backyard at that time, and like this little tree house basically in the corner. And we would just trade off playing like attack and defend style games using the whole backyard. Then it got a little bit more sketchy to use airsoft guns because we were running around the street with them, and we decided from there.
It's just like that Facebook video, everybody's first airsoft experience.
Pretty much, yeah. And it started to get a little bit shady. So then I started playing at some fields once they started popping up, and that was kind of how gradually I got into airsoft.
Oh, cool. Got a couple questions in the chat here real quick. We'll throw them at you. B is asking, did you play any sports before airsoft?
Pretty much I played every sport that like came my way. I went to private school, and my dad was a big sports fanatic, and he always strived that I play every single thing I could like get my hands on. So I played every single sport possible. But I did a lot of soccer, a lot of basketball, and some like softball, baseball kind of things like mixed together. My dad would basically drag me to the batting range every weekend and then take me to the soccer field, and it was nonstop. So I did a lot of sports, and eventually I was kind of like, I'm not really into all that kind of like organized sports like that, and I started to move more towards the extreme sports, and it really started with paintball and then gradually moved to airsoft.
Another former paintball player. Please don't tell A-Train from YouTube.
Oh God!
Don't tell him that.
Yeah, he'll freak out. He'll call you BB Curious.
I know. Our mutual friend, Iron Man, he's asking, are you going to Devil Dog?
Yes, I am. We will be on the Insurgency, so it should be pretty epic. It'll be my first, like, really official, I think, Milsim event. Because I've been to some other Milsim things, but I think this is more, like, legit Milsim from my understanding. So.
Okay, so legit Milsim, but what's your loadout going to be?
I don't really know, because I'm kind of guessing, pulling at strings here or whatever, so... I'm sort of, I guess, going to try some kind of civilian kit with maybe my shotgun or something. I'm not quite sure if there's like gun restrictions or
no gun restrictions
as
far as I know, but yeah, just go like as civilian as you can, because I don't think they allow like the contractor look, because that's what everyone jumps to.
Right.
But yeah, if you like, just make it one of my
like either jeans and cargo pants with a big muumuu. A big muumuu shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, big muumuu shirt. Like Grandma used to wear.
One of my favorite civilian loadouts that I ever did was Carhartt's, like a button-down work shirt and a cowboy hat. That was so fun. Like, that's civilian, not, this, like, look as militant as possible. Heck, if you could even do, like, a messenger bag satchel to carry all your stuff in and forego the plate carrier.
I would be lying if I didn't say I did not have in my Amazon shopping cart an Adidas tracksuit.
But that was my idea. That's what I want to do so bad, is do the Adidas tracksuit.
Exactly. It's like,
I felt like
just tell me
Insurgency's kind of Russian inspired, so like, why not?
So you tell me what color you're gonna do, and I'll make sure I do a different color. Okay.
All right, I'm down.
We got to get the big gold chains with the lion head and the,
Gotta get some like the like fingerless gloves and some like nice little Adidas, you know.
You got it.
Oh, like those fingerless gloves it's got the holes in the knuckles, like the driving gloves.
Yeah,
You know,
leather.
And we pull up in our little, scooter.
Oh yeah.
Little moped.
Little moped. So, Kaylee, where do you play the most often, and why?
So pretty much, I'm pretty settled on playing at HSP, which is Hollywood Sports Park. Hands down, they're probably my favorite field, and I've pretty much been playing there since I started playing paintball when I was like 8 or 9. So I've been going there for quite a long time. I've had plenty of birthdays there and things like that. I've tried other fields, but Hollywood Sports Park just has the right amount of blend of kind of fields that I like, or just a good diversity of fields. A lot of the airsoft fields seem to be either very more milsim oriented, like something like Wildlands, or they seem very much like Speed QB oriented, like Tac City or N1, which is the Speed QB fields that we have here. But Hollywood Sports Park is kind of like in the middle. It's like a combination of a milsim style, I guess, of gameplay with Speed QB style fields. It's kind of this weird mix, and it's very hard to describe, but I feel very much at home in that environment, and that's where I tend to play every single weekend. So every weekend, you can probably find me there. Sometimes I take breaks, but usually I'm there on Sundays.
She's like the perfect, like, Vietnam tunnel rat. It's like, you think kind of speed soft, speed QB, just running upright, just bunker to bunker. No. Lezztrooper, she's like crawling around, getting
Diving,
dirty,
crawling, sliding.
like, oh my gosh. She just like sneaks around like a ninja.
Well, I'm so small, it's like I figure I should use that to my advantage, and there's a lot of places at HSP where there's tall grass or low bunkers and things like that where you can really like take an advantage from things if you just get lower or crawl, and I feel like people kind of miss out on that. And it's also like a nice off angle to play that no one really checks. So yeah, if you can't find me, I'm probably on the ground somewhere.
I know, right? Yep,
I used to have a friend, like, the best way he'd kill people is like he'd be real down, real low, and they'd walk by and like you just see this glove hand come out with a knife, and he'd be like, "Your shins!" and he'd be like sawing on your shins. You look down like, what the
Oh goodness.
Killed in the most hilarious way. You just hear this tiny little squeaky voice, "Your shins!"
We actually have a quick question in the chat group. Kaylee,
Sure.
Outside of California, and think globally too, if you had, your bucket list of the top 3 events or locations to play Airsoft, what would they be?
Just 10?
It's hard to say. I've seen some of the clips from that field. I think it's in New York, Buffalo
Battlegrounds?
Buffalo Battlegrounds, and that place looks pretty fun. That's kind of like my style of field for sure. I like the kind of like they have a lot of like woodland area with bunkers and things that's kind of like spread out a little bit. I'd probably try there if anything. Other than that, I mean, I don't really know. I haven't really traveled around outside the U.S. and seen a lot of fields. Like, I mean, in the U.S., outside the U.S., I haven't really been like outside of the California fields. So I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, there's a lot of fields in California that I still want to go to, like SC Village.
You've been to SC Village is a lot of fun. Have you ever been up to Game Pod?
No, I was going to go there for the underground event, and then it didn't end up happening because I was studying. So, but that's another field I would definitely like to try. I think that's an indoor field, and indoor fields don't seem to agree with me, and glasses and fogging and stuff like that. So
then you really wouldn't like the East Coast. Oh boy.
Yeah, I know humidity. I don't know if I can do all
in the Tango goggles. Just go take those to your optometrist, optician, whatever it is.
That's true.
Yeah, that is true. I know I should.
Well, we also have the new thermal, so it's like you get double the.
Yeah.
You just have your prescription lenses inserts, fog coated, and then you got the thermal, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh-oh, Gino's here.
Try some
Oh,
snow
what
field.
up, boss man?
Boss is in the house.
Hey, boss. 6:40 p.m. Saturday. No, Sunday.
Sunday? What do you mean?
Saturday. No, 6:40.
Sports.
I know, not sports.
no.
Go Eagles. Go Philly. So go Birds. Going to be beating Minnesota for the NFC Championship. That's what I'm talking about. Or Kaylee, what about 9 square kilometers in the Czech Republic? Border War 10 this April.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I've done that.
I've been there, so I've been to the Czech Republic, so it'd be awesome to go play airsoft there at some point.
It's beautiful. Like walking through the Czech Republic, it's so
Yeah.
surreal. I'm playing airsoft in another country.
I mean, I think it'd be awesome to play airsoft in any other state, other country. I think it'd be just so cool
I remember,
to meet other players.
Do you remember when Laser Viper was telling us about his trip to Japan, and he played airsoft in Japan, and they'd be like, "Hito!" Like you get hit, "Hito!"
Yeah, it's
All
awesome.
you hear is this
Well,
little
get that diversity.
pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter, zap, Hito! Oh my goodness.
So, tell us, why do you like to play paintball, Kaylee? Like, airsoft. I got a paintball.
I'm pretty sure I don't really like to play paintball anymore, but yeah, airsoft. You know what it is? It's really I think I just fell in love with the community, even though sometimes it can be toxic and there can be drama and this and that. There's just so much good that comes out of the community. I've just met so many cool people at airsoft and met so many nice friends and things, and it just grows every single time. And every single time I go back to airsoft or I go back to HSP to play, my group of friends or my community of airsoft players just seems to grow more and more and more. And I love to see that. It just makes me feel good. And the game is also just one of my favorite things to do to blow off steam, to just relax. Every time I come to the field, I know that's my day to de-stress and work out whatever issues I've been dealing with that week. Of course, in a nice, safe way. I don't want to take out my anger on anybody, but
there's just something satisfying about shooting people
unless
in the
I'm
face.
banging people, then
Unless
that's
you're
when the aggression comes out.
Well, that's what was funny about that clip is the moment you took that group out, all you hear is GD Les.
Yeah, I mean, those are the homies, they know that I'm hunting for them, and they're getting out there to try to get after me, but they know I'm coming after them. So every time I get them, I know it's frustrating for them.
Oh my goodness. So it's embarrassing moment time.
For sure.
Can you share with us your most epic airsoft fail?
Okay, I got actually 2 pretty good ones. So I'll start off with the not so epic one. So one of the first times I went to go play airsoft, after I had kind of returned to airsoft, because all these things had gone on, and I was like, wow, I really want to get back into airsoft. So I got all the gear and everything again, and got my kit all together. And this time I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go out there. I'm not gonna be reckless. I'm gonna hydrate. I'm gonna do all these things. So I got myself a camelback. And I thought, everyone's rocking camelbacks at airsoft. How hard can it be to have a camelback? So I bust out the camelback. I start playing, getting right into a game. I feel all badass and everything. And all of a sudden, I'm starting to feel really cold. Even though I was really hot. And I couldn't figure out why. Because wearing the dye mask, you can't look down all the way sometimes, especially if I wear a neck wrap. So I was kind of why do I feel so cold? And all of a sudden, this guy taps me on the shoulder and he's like, yo, you are leaking. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I look over and the mouthpiece on my camelback had completely just popped off, and the pressure from my plate carrier had basically just slowly squeezed all the water out of my camelback, and I was just completely soaked. My whole kit, down to my pants, down to everything, I was just totally covered in water, and I was sitting there on the airsoft field and people were staring at me, and I just felt so stupid. I was like, oh my god, how much of a noob am I right now? And that's when I learned that like you can get those little covers on your camelback to like stop it from leaking and stuff. So that was pretty bad. Second epic fail, which was just so embarrassing, was I was going to go play a game, and we were playing this map Apocalypse at Hollywood Sports Park, which is basically like a rundown city from World War II. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like a set taken from Saving Private Ryan. And I had this idea to like be the badass and be like, hey, like I'm just going to run straight down the middle of this field. So basically, to give you an example, the field is set up like there's a complete open mid with like a couple of pieces of wreckage scattered around, and then both sides of the field are just destroyed houses kind of like stacked up on each other. But the middle's almost completely open. So I'm like, no one's going to like expect it. Like I'll just run down mid. It's going to be so awesome. So they blow the whistle. My team thinks I'm like insane. All the refs are like watching. And I just start sprinting down mid. And the other team does not see it at all. They're like, they don't even look. They just split to their sides and they go into the houses. So I'm just running down mid. I pass the 50-yard line of the field. And all the refs are like, oh my God, like she's going for it. She's going for it. And the second I enter a building, there must have been like 5 or 7 people stacked up in this one room. They're ready to move in, and I have the complete drop on them. Like I'm just gonna run through this doorway and bang them. And the second I get through the doorway, I trip on like a little rock that's sitting on the ground and just go face first into the floor. And I turn around, and the whole like 5 or 7 dudes who are sitting in the room just all are looking at me like, what are you doing? Like, what just happened? Like, and I'm just like, I guess I'm out. Like, no one shot me, no one banged me. I just called myself out because it was just. So I was like, all right, I'm done. Like, I give up for today. I just walked off. That was it.
Oh,
so those are my embarrassing moments.
That's pretty epic. Just to watch everybody just.
And that must have been the tiniest pebble.
Oh yeah, it was so
Tiniest
small.
pebble.
Like I did not see it at all. It just hit my foot the wrong way, and bam, smack down. I fell. That was it.
Oh my gosh. So, what other hobbies do you have other than airsoft?
Wow.
Well, that's the easy one. Star Wars, of course. Part of the 501st Legion. So basically, if I'm not airsofting, doing something Star Wars related, which is either trooping for the 501st, so going to charity events dressed up in my stormtrooper and just appearing to do the events and being a trooper for the 501st Legion, or I'm working on kits. So I usually have like a couple of kits sitting in my workshop that are just in pieces, and slowly but surely I'll take my spare time and work on them piece by piece until I've got a full costume set up. So right now there's a couple that I've been working on for quite a while, and I've been a little bit lazy about it, but slowly but surely they will get there, and hopefully they'll be badass.
And for those that are not nerd savvy, just give us a quick rundown of what the 501st actually is.
Sure. So the 501st Legion is basically a somewhat large collection of Star Wars costumers. Mostly they are stormtroopers, different kinds of stormtroopers, everything that is basically canon in Star Wars, which is just part of the actual storyline, not like fan fiction style characters.
Really? Star Wars Galaxy's fan fiction?
Oh, hashtag Josh triggered.
Uh-oh, throwing shade.
It's Legends now, I know, but yeah.
I think there are, almost 20,000 members worldwide. I can't remember what the last count was, but the majority of that are in the U.S., and a lot of them are in California. So we have several squads here instead of, so like,
California.
to make it easy, the 501st is split up into garrisons, and a lot of states have garrisons, not every state.
We have a mountain garrison here, so
Yeah.
Colorado's not too shabby.
Mountain. The largest population of snowtroopers. 92 here in the mountain garrison in the entire Legion.
Well, when you got all the snow, you got our snow troopers. I mean,
Exactly.
It makes sense.
Isn't there like a snow Mandalorian unit here? Like I know we were looking at armor the other day.
There's about 3 or 4 Mandos that have a snow background
Oh, yeah.
snow theme.
And I like the
I have
snowman.
ideas.
They look nice.
I have ideas.
Well, you're still working on Kylo Ren.
Yeah, I know.
I know. You got to finish that up.
The never-ending projects.
Oh, just don't
I
ask
started
her.
with the hardest things first: the lightsaber and the helmet. Like doing a screen accurate helmet is very time consuming. A lot of plastic welding. So
Oh yeah, absolutely. You
And
gotta weld that plastic.
Speaking of costuming, I mean, do you think there's a trend moving in airsoft that it's getting more and more away from the whole military simulation and more into costuming?
Yes, so that's another reason I like HSP. It's cut a very interesting cross section of airsoft players. Like you have your generic speed softers and your generic mil simmers who come like with their gear that you usually see, but then every now and then you get like these interesting groups that show up with like crazy costumes, and they completely dive into the characters and play airsoft that whole day as that character. Like just last weekend I went and there was one guy dressed up as like Banana Man and a Bacon Man, so they were like the breakfast crew almost. And then there were two guys who were like, they had like the whole Umbrella Corp like outfit going on with the gas masks and everything. Like it was really awesome. Like definitely giving them props for playing in gas masks all day. And then we had a full-on night with metal armor and a shield, like a metal shield. And he had like a nice little foam sword to go with it. And that guy ran around all day with that sword and shield, and it was awesome. Like
I bet you heard it when he got
I love
hit.
to see that. It makes it interesting. It makes it like airsoft kind of more diverse, a little bit more funny and silly, and breaks away from like this very serious nature that seems to come with some of the communities.
So what are your airsoft plans for 2018 this year? Got any milestones you want to hit?
Definitely want to play more airsoft. I want to go to, I want to actually get into this milsim thing because I think it looks really fun. And from the little baby milsim events that I've gone to, I've enjoyed them a lot. So I kind of want to see what it's like to live on the other side. I've definitely spent a lot of time in, I guess, what you'd consider the speed soft mil speed community, which definitely has a very specific feel to it, a very specific style and strategy. And I'm ready to take a little bit of break from that and try something else for a while. Because sometimes you just need a breather. So I think more milsim events. I definitely want to learn more about teching. That's always something that I'm constantly working on. I've been huge into teching gas guns, and now I want to switch over and see what it's like to tech AEGs and things like that. So eventually I'll have to do something to figure out AEGs. I've tried YouTube, but I don't know. We'll
Just
see what
practice,
happens.
practice.
Yeah.
There's no mystical art to it. It's lots and lots of practice.
Yeah, pretty much I learned gas guns from YouTube and practice and just trial and error, and I feel like AEGs will be exactly the same. Just more frustration, but frustration that I'll love.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for joining us today, Kaylee Diamond.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me.
It was awesome. We'll let you get back to your study time. For those of you who don't know, she is one smart cookie. She's studying for the bar exam. So watch out. If you want a good lawyer, come look her up. Okay, but
maybe you can practice airsoft law.
Airsoft law. Isn't that an oxymoron?
Yeah, the rules in airsoft are questionable. So
no, they're optional.
They're optional. Yeah, laws in airsoft are optional. Licensing optional.
Yeah, pretty much.
Minimum engagement distance optional. Maybe you can
interesting
institute
field of
bang
ethics
across the United States.
No, full auto bang bang.
Full auto
bang bang.
What about a bang bang grenade?
Oh, they throw a grenade and all it goes is bang, 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 bang.
That's what I need. That'll work for me.
Well, this is Kaiju, Darth Valken, and Lezztrooper saying goodbye from the beautiful Colorado Ranch. Be sure to join us next week as
See
we
y'all
are
from Vegas.
Vegas, Chacho.
I will
Chacho.
have like a cooler of these. It'll be great. It'll be off to the side.
Thank you guys. Don't forget to share for your chance to win Red Dot with a cantilever sight. And we will catch you next week from Las Vegas.